everyone. My name is Joyce, and we are back again. And today I'm coming with a guest. I didn't have to hide him because of the excitement that I have today. It has been a long wait to have you, EBM scholars, come here to our channel. And we are very excited to have you. So you're welcome. Introduce yourself. We are not going to waste so much time. Just go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Joyce. So my name is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, and I go as EBM. I'm in the United States of America, and I've been here for 13 years now. Originally from Tanzania, now a US citizen. And I came through scholarships, opportunities. And that's why I'm expert in scholarships and immigration, especially in America, but we'll be talking other things. And I'm also a YouTuber under the EBM Scholars, as you can see on the name on the screen.
Yes, he's also a YouTuber. He's called EBM Scholars, and he has got two channels, one for Swahili and the other one for English. I'm going to leave both links here, so that in case you're very comfortable listening in Swahili, you go to his channel. You can actually subscribe to both of them because they are very informative. Actually, I just think what he knows, I'm not even anywhere near. So that is why we have to have him here so that he can tell us more about scholarships. Step by step, he's going to take us step by step how we can apply for scholarships in Canada and US and also in Europe. So I think I'll not guide you along this. Just go ahead and tell us. Just start from anywhere.
Okay. So thank you so much again. So if I may start from the beginning to talk about scholarships, that's a very broad topic, but I'll go into, first of all, what is a scholarship? Because people don't understand. Someone is applying for scholarship, but they ask, so are they going to pay for my fees? Are they going to do this, whatever? So it might appear in different names. It can be called financial aid. Some places they can call it fellowship. It can be called scholarship. In the US they call it assistantship. So in general, whatever the name it is the situation where either the university or an institution or the government pays for your education while you are studying, and you are not expected to return the money back as it is in the loan. So that is a scholarship. There is a degree of the level of scholarships. It can be partial or full scholarships. Partial in the sense that they can pay tuition and fees, and then you pay the living expenses on your own. Or partial in the sense that they can cover 50% of the tuition and fees, so you have to pay the remainder of the tuition and fees, 50% or 70% depending on the percentage they cover, and then again you have to pay the remainder of the fees and you have to cover their living expenses. But the scholarships we are talking today here, they are 100% in the sense that the fully funded scholarships, in the sense that they pay for tuition, fees, and the living expenses. So don't ask me, are they going to pay for my visa fee? Are they going to pay for my tickets? 99% of the scholarships, they don't pay those one because they want you to get those one once you are in the country. They will cover for you once you are a student. Before securing for the visa, flight ticket, you are no longer a student. You are starting to become a student once you arrive at the day you open the school. But there are few scholarships. They cover even tickets, visas. I got some of those. I came in the United States back in 2008 under the scholarship called the Fulbright Scholarship, and that scholarship covers 100%, including the visa, including the flight ticket, including the money to eat on the way while you are flying. So that was different type of scholarship. So there are few of those kind, but most of them, those one will be able to cover. But later I will talk about, when we'll be talking this one, I'll talk a special situation of Scandinavian, where we say there is no tuition in the fees and you're only supposed to do the living expenses on your own. So that was like the beginning for someone to know the basics of scholarships. What do we mean? But the other part will be, why should a person apply for scholarships? Or why do I don't know, waste my time or talk too much about scholarships? It's very simple. Education is very expensive. Even here in America, in Canada, in Europe, some people, they cannot afford to take their children to college because it's very expensive. In Africa, even if some of the countries, they have loan system for student loans, most of those loans don't cover, student loans don't cover for graduate school, master's and PhD, unless others you are an academic institution. For that particular situation, okay, so sorry, my Wi-Fi is having some crazy thing, but I know you are able to hear my audio, right?
Yes, we can hear your audio.
Yeah,
yes.
so I can continue.
Go ahead.
Yes, I can continue. So, so for that particular case, when all these things are happening, like why someone should apply, I say like some of the schools or some of the countries, they have special programs for people who can continue as students as long as you become a lecturer in that particular university. But in graduate school, most of the countries, they don't have, government doesn't provide funding for that particular case. Bachelor, yes, they can have special program for the government, or they have student loans for the government for student for bachelor degree. So masters and PhD is becoming a little bit a challenge. So that's why many people, if you want to get education, you have to find another place. So the reason number one is you don't have funding to study in your own country. So find the funding wherever it is. That's the reason number one. But the reason number two, why should people find these scholarships and why I encourage people to apply for scholarships? Just to treat these scholarships just like a job. You are in Kenya, you are in Tanzania, you are in Nigeria, you are in Ghana, whatever country you are, and you are finished bachelor degree, you have good GPA, we'll come to talk about the results, but you are looking for jobs for 2 to 3 years. The job of how much are you going to look for that job? For $500, $800 per month. Why can't you apply for scholarships? Because you have the qualifications and go to Canada, go to Australia, go to New Zealand, come to America, and they will pay you $1,200, $1,300 or $2,000 US for you to study. And that will be for 2 years program for masters or 4 to 5 years for PhD. So for PhD, so for that particular case, you'll be paid not to work. You'll be paid to study for your own benefit. So for me, if you asking me, choose between applying for jobs for 2 years, looking for a job, and applying for scholarship, I'll choose the option for scholarship because it's partly like a job. I get paid more money than my normal salary. 2, I'm going to another country to get exposure, to get high quality education, and to pay me to study for my own benefit. Not just like a normal salary, you have to work for benefit of the organization. Number one, I'm going to benefit myself and my community. And I already mentioned the other reason why you need to get this one. You get opportunity to go to learn culture, to learn, get work experience from other countries. Let me give you an example. Someone was born in, let's say, in rural part of Meru in Kenya, studied primary school, went to high school. The person was born and raised in Kisumu, Meru, went to primary school, high school, and then went to college in the same Meru. And let's say, what course did the person study? Architectural studies, designing of the buildings. Are you able to hear me? Sorry. I think I will change my webcam today. Instead of using my phone, I might go and use my computer webcam. That will be the easy way, maybe. I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. But my phone is acting, since yesterday it has been raining and it has been acting funny. That's the reason. So I'm using the phone as a webcam.
Do what?
Yeah, so let me finish this point and then I will see if I need to change or not. So let's say someone went to study architectural studies. So if you study architectural studies, your exposure to the buildings is just in Meru part. Yes, you can go a little bit, learn a little bit in Nairobi, but you have never been to many buildings. But if you have been to Canada, you have been to New Zealand, you have been to America, to study in those countries, you have been exposed to the advancement of different type of buildings. And from inside, you can be able to design buildings even better because you have been to those kind of areas and be able to do that. So there are so many reasons why one person should apply for scholarships just to get that kind of exposure. and that kind of experience. So no matter what, find a way to apply for these scholarships. And most companies nowadays are international companies. So if you come back to your home country and you apply for jobs, obviously I will be trusting someone who has, let's say it's an American company or German company. They want someone who has exposure in Western countries. That means it is easier for this person to be able to excel. That's why you go to any country, go to find these CEOs, the young CEOs, or the directors from the cell phone companies, from banks. See, they're young, they're 30, they're 25, they're 35, 40. Go and look, where did they study? 90% of them, they didn't study bachelor or masters and PhD. They didn't study in their country. They studied somewhere else. So they had a bigger exposure. They get more confidence quicker, and all that kind of innovation, they can be able to compare with other countries, and it is easier for them to excel into the market, job market or investment world. So those are the few things I can ask people to consider to be able to apply for these opportunities, and not to think that, oh, if I go to study another country, I will be a sellout. I will not be patriotic to my country. No. Be patriotic is to gain something from others and modify how it fits in your country and how you can be able to help them. So that is the reason why you need to apply for scholarships.